And
Yeah,
that's
so
why
may I
I'm gonna say
say,
run it, brother. I'm gonna say get it. Oh,
when
it
when
run already.
when you have a Christian lady or a Christian man,
Mm.
you find that is a may I say a better person to deal with morally than somebody who not say nothing at all. Like
It's
they don't have
it's
no
supposed to be.
they don't have no guidance, they don't have no they don't have no compass. You know what I mean? Me personally find that find that a Christian person, a Muslim person, because them have certain discipline with them, they say, okay, certain things me not do, certain things, you know what I mean? Certain things is off limit. You find that
Them
them
are follow the
people there.
teachings.
Yeah?
Them are follow the teachings.
Yeah, man, no. You know, say in every group you have people where hide under them thing or some things they don't really follow or whatever. A human thing that. But people who are
And the perfect
religious
balance,
people,
man.
them have a moral compass. More have a moral compass than somebody who is not religious. I'm a religious more say somebody where people where follow something that them have something say, okay, this is my moral compass. Because other religion do religion give one moral compass. Like say Christians say, okay, man, I do this, we have to do this, you know what I mean? This is right, this is wrong, you know what I mean? They have right and wrong, you know what I mean? Things that them now do. You know what I
But
mean?
I want to say I want to say this, though, Kovango. The so-called moral compass that comes through, and we specifically speaking about Abrahamic religions, for example, is written
No,
before
and we talk
religion is even
any kind of practice being and not just religion
any
alone.
kind of
Any kind of
practice.
practice.
Yeah,
So you know what I mean? You can go
right.
Judaism,
Anything,
not
anything.
Judaism, any Hinduism or
Yeah,
any
anything,
any
anything,
yeah.
anything. Yeah. But then there is all humanity, that most of humanity, though. Most of humanity follow some kind of religious ideology. That's most humanity. Those who don't is in the minority. And
No
we
man.
tell based
I
on the
feel so.
number, and we could tell based on the numbers, eh?
Yeah.
Because if we think about the amount of people living then, right? And we think about how many people belong to each of the religious sects that they have on this earth, we will see, we could quantify the number.
We have some people, we just they are living Even if them
Them are
if
the
Mm-hmm.
minority. That the man I say them are
But the
minority.
minority, and I
I'm
the minority.
I'm not sure if I say go still.
You know, can check it, man. Check a white population of
Saying
Christian
you
and
could
the world. Check the
quantify it though, we
population
could
of
quantify it based
Muslim
on the
in the world. Check the
population.
population of
That
Hindu in the
me
Yeah.
I
world.
talk actually I practicing me I talk actually I go to church every Sunday. Me not talk go to church one New
Uh,
Year's Day, Me not
well,
talk that.
I
But
mean,
going church every Sunday and
six
what
and one
qualify
half.
you
So,
to be that.
So me I talk the
yeah.
people them we are follow them thing right through.
Yeah, but because them not go church
Yeah.
every Sunday, that means that them not follow them thing
That,
right
me
through.
say already from morning. Me say already from
Uh-huh.
morning. You have people where say them a things. You have man that say them a rasta. And now
Right. But what may
and
I
now
say to
nothing
the eye?
rasta say.
But what may I say to the eye? Say,
Yeah.
because a person doesn't do that,
I'm say
doesn't
already.
disqualify them from being that. So if a person that go to church every Sunday, and you will say that they make them a Christian, a person who don't go every Sunday, that don't make them a Christian.
Right.
So and I'm talking to people we are practice them thing religiously. Me use a word.
All
And
right.
a bit of religion now, but them have a thing. Just like how we say Rasta is not a religion, right? But you have certain moral things in Rastafari where guide you as Rastafari. So certain things you're not gonna do. You have certain discipline. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Like
when
a
it come
discipline.
on to the Sabbath, yeah, some people will say, yo, you see one sunset Friday
Yes,
evening,
them thing them you talk
all
about.
food down,
Mm-hmm.
all assets and all possession down.
Mm-hmm.
If me arrest, them have to rest up to and hold the Sabbath as well. So them show that commitment towards
Yeah.
it. And I overs that are some people's guiding principle, and that is what give them clarity that they are looking for and give them that peace and solace that they are looking for. I overs that. But I and I come to the realization that that is not for I and I, that is for someone else.
Yeah.
You see what I say?
But Yaga, you see the same person there, but are they disciplined for all them Sabbath every time? Because you have other people, you know, where say them are 7 days now, them now all on Sabbath, you know. See that same person there, you find them person there, the moral compass, you know. They in a good place, you know, like they really mean to do good, you know.
Supposed to be.
Dada, let's be messing, man.
Me
You know, if
listen
you
what
correct me.
say,
You know, if you correct me when me I say, because me I say what me I say.
That is not
When me
a
I say,
guarantee.
me I say what me I say, so you know, if you correct me.
Me
You
not
understand?
correct you, me I tell you, say, my
So when me
opinion
don't talk,
is that
you can make your point,
That's
man.
my
When me don't talk, you
opinion.
can make your point.
Then I'm a point, me I make, brother.
To me, them people there, the moral compass are in a good place. The people will follow some kind of discipline. You understand? You have Muslim, you have some Muslim where them pray what? So like them pray, the time
5 times.
them pray. Them have them
5
time when
times
them
a
pray.
day.
Yeah,
5
right.
times.
And them have follow it right through. Them have follow everything right
Yeah,
through.
man.
Them have follow the teachings of Muhammad right through. You find so them people, the virgin, the moral compass in a good place
No, brother. No.
most likely.
All right. A priest, right? None of the people them what they go through the dogma of this ideology. They do it more than the priests. But yet still if we see these priests, they put how many pedophile charges, how many sexual charges. So those are moral things. So that's why I said today, I say it's supposed
And
to
heinous
be that.
acts.
It's supposed to be, right? But it don't necessarily be.
But that I said that already. You have people, me use an example and show you say you have Rasta where I say them a Rasta and them
A
not
priest is not one
them
of
not
those
follow it.
persons, brother. A
Huh?
priest is a person what you they talk about, who they do it religiously every day. That is who you they talk about, a priest.
Dada, me I tell so if man do something pedophile, that one thing where him sweep do him now do, you know.
I don't know how else to say it, my lord.
Brethren, me know how we now get. But me I tell us there, people who have some kind of discipline. People
Right.
have discipline, the moral compass normal in a better place.
So
I mean, I say all of them, that I mean, I say all of them. But me I tell us that them the people there, the moral come normally.
Generally.
So
You would think. You would think
generally.
You would think generally they're in a better place.
A priest is the one where they do it religiously more than any other one of them. And we see time and time again say their moral compass a lot of times is not in the right place. So
yeah,
that's
but you're gonna find it, you're gonna pick out it 1 and 2. You
no,
understand?
but them are not 1 and 2. We're not talking about 1 and 2.
But all right.
One and two.
It's a scandal. It's a scandal.
Example. You see, most I pedophile them, or most I people them when they earth do wrongs, you find out that they not have no kind of attachment to nothing at all.
Wait, hey, Okovango.
Yeah.
I want to say this. It's say roughly 84 to 85% of the population, world population, identify with a religious tradition, right? Based on that, I don't think that having a religious practitioner makes your moral understanding or obligation to your fellow man any better or any worse. I think I don't think we could say that. We can't say that because most of the times people who are religious moral compass you're talking about, and it's necessary, and listen to me well, religion as they call it is necessary for human beings. It is supposed to take them somewhere, but they get stuck, right? I don't think those people that you're talking about, we can fairly say that based on them just being practitioners through tradition, right, make their moral obligation any better than one who doesn't. I can't
That's
say
what I'm
we could
saying.
say that.
It's
Based
supposed
on the
to.
amount
It's
of people
supposed to.
who practice religion and the amount of injustice that we see. That can be truth. That
Then you
can be true.
look on a thing like instead pedophilia, so we can go in a crime. Go in a crime and look for crime.
Mm-hmm.
And look on the people
Right.
that commit crime and look on them and see if them are people where I go to church every day or I go to mass every day or them a Rasta or them a Hindu or them a them not follow none of them thing there.
So again, when
Most
you
likely
crime,
them
you
most
talk
likely
about what kind of crime you talk about. Because
them
you
not follow
have
none of them thing
violent
there.
crime, you have white collar crime, you have different kind of crime. So a man might look for violent crime and say, well, he might not go there or kill a person, but he might run a scam where he might rob a whole community and embezzle things. You see me? Which that a violent crime might affect one person directly, but when time he might do that, the embezzlement, it affect thousands of people. So which one worse? You see me I deal it? So the
Yeah.
reality is this. The reality is this. Religion, and His Majesty speak of it, is a set of rules and guidelines which were supposed to channel
Follow.
people towards a moral standing, a more upful standing. That was the purpose, and that is what them sell us and say this is what religion supposed to do. But we know that in reality, are really the decisions what people make personally what go promote that. We over say discipline, will make you more likely to do the right thing. Right? But what we are saying is that in and of itself is not a definitive
So
thing to say.
that me say all the time, Regine. Discipline make you more likely to make a right decision them. And that me say no. And people will have discipline, most likely to make the right decision. And that me say no. I just come back and say no. People will have discipline, some form of discipline to them thing, most likely to make the right decision. And people will follow a discipline.
More
Most
informed.
likely, brother. Me say most likely, and you say me to correct you. You did not say
More
most
informed
likely.
choices. More informed
More
choices.
informed choices.
That me say over and over.
You did
I mean,
not
say
say
no, correct me, that me I say.
So when I say same thing then.
Let me say from morning, man. The message from morning, people with discipline.
And me say most likely. Me say most
likely. I use the word there.
Right.
But me basically I say all the time.
That's why I use the word to say that's what you're supposed to say.
No, man.
No.
No, man. Come, me do not tell you say, you have people where I set them up for this and I'm not do it.
We exclude them, the people that completely, brother. That's why I said, that's why I'm using that example of the priest them. Because you couldn't say that is a person who say them might do a thing and not do it. They might do this thing religiously. This are them profession. So we exclude them, the people. We are talking about people who say they might do it.
Okay, so
religiously.
So that me I say people see, discipline is a thing where people have discipline, they're more likely to make a right decision. And that me say for a long time. They're more likely they're moral compass, most likely that me say most likely in a better place. They're moral compass in a better place.
Man. I just say them, man.
Yeah.
Right, they say them, daddy. Right, they say
so it's better. So the item I say it's better to be following or practicing a religion.
Some kind of discipline. So even though
all right. Here's the thing now, right?
I don't know that is the real assessment, I don't know if following a religion dictates that. I don't know that to be true either.
India, I said earlier, and just a religion, just religion.
No, but we are talking about religion. We talking about religion. That's what we talking about. We talking about. You have no other way to identify it. Then it is a practice, right? Some kind of practice that you have a God and you have man. you have deity, and you have man. We talking about religious practices. That's what we talking about, right? Because we
No,
talk
man.
this, yeah, man. That is what we talking about. We talking about how those people who follow these
All
practices
right,
have
DJ,
a
look on this.
better moral
DJ, look on
compass.
this. Just one example. Are you religious?
No, I am not religious.
Yeah, but you have some kind of discipline. But you have a discipline. You follow Rasta. It is a
Yeah,
Rastafari. Yeah, and
yeah,
he's a vegan. That's a discipline. And certain things you don't do.
yeah.
Certain things you do.
But it's personal choices. So then it becomes is morality objective or subjective? Because that becomes a personal thing, right? That doesn't dictate if I Rasta or not Rasta,
Well,
right? That is a choice I make,
follow
right?
a discipline, you know. Them
Yeah, it's
personally
a
say, okay, this
discipline, but it's a
discipline you go follow.
discipline based on you, your understanding, your understanding, because it doesn't a dietary restriction, for example, doesn't restrict that. Then
Yeah,
that's the point.
so my trying to say being the people where see the need to take up a discipline and follow a discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Them people
and listen, I all for it, but if we're talking about it from a religious point of view, which I think we started, because what we want to do is we wanted to say, hey, listen, we're not against any of these things. We accept these things. That's why I said religion is absolutely necessary. I am not saying it is not, but it's supposed to
It,
take you somewhere.
and it's something that as the stats is showing that many people practices and follow these religion.
Mm-hmm.
Would I like to respond to what you said a while ago, yeah? Where you said, if we are saying that it means a person should adhere to or follow a religion, the reason, is that through the kind of series or reason what we've been having from the other day, we spoke about Christianity, we spoke about Islam, we spoke about how
Islam.
religion affect us as a people and our history
Mm-hmm.
and the things that we've been through and experienced. So we are saying, through reasoning with ones about even these things, Okabongo say my reason with the one on the bridge and make a comment and him find say him agree with the comment of saying people who adhere to certain religious ideologies practice a certain level of discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by practicing a certain level of discipline, then that should guide them towards a more clearer moral view or moral perspective. So what we're saying is this is a fairly accurate statement, right? It's a fairly accurate statement. But what we're saying is that if you're going to choose to follow a discipline, right? It shouldn't be just, oh, we're going to just do this because my grandparents did not do it, or my family are do it, or this is what is practiced here, or this is what I'm used to, or this is what is traditional. We're saying that you can use information that is available to the eye to choose the disciplines that are beneficial to the eye and to the eye nation. And that's what we are saying. That's the position that I hold. That yes, it is very good to practice a discipline, right? But the discipline that you choose to practice should be chosen based on what is beneficial to the I as a person and the I as a collective, meaning a nation. And that is what we would say about that.
And to be clear, there's no human being who could live without discipline rules. That
True.
is inherent in man. That is man's nature. So there's no human being who is not living by some discipline or moral code, as you want to put it, right? No human being.
Right,
That's just part
right
of
or
that's
wrongly.
your makeup. That's your inherent
Right.
makeup. You can't escape it. But think about this too. Even
Thinking
if they
before you go on as
quantify, but
well.
check this out. Even if they
Define
quantify,
discipline.
huh?
Define discipline. Define discipline.
The
Define
discipline
discipline.
would be the adherent to something, meaning on a practical level,
Regular.
on a physical level,
Regular on a regular level. Repeat
on
it.
a regular level, consistent level, right?
Yeah.
but there's no human being who could live without it, right? That's the inherent makeup. And think
Right.
about this. For the people who they say don't identify as being religious, it's 15% of the global population, right? They too have this discipline. They have more discipline than those who follow. Why?
Sometimes.
They have
True.
been able to contain and maintain what they know to be true without influence. Because most of the times the masses are influenced just by populace, right? That's how the influence goes, right? Through education, through so those people, those 15%, they have more discipline than we could think about in actuality. Because they're surviving in this.
And
Yeah,
now,
they're surviving
they
in
now
this.
take the peer pressure.
No, yeah, they ain't taking it. They ain't
They now
taking
take
it.
the peer pressure. Them stand
No,
up on one of us
why?
and that them I say. And
Yeah,
that in
that's what
of
they are.
itself is a
So
form of
that in
discipline
itself
again.
is a real discipline. Then that is a more firm discipline than when we think about those who follow something. Then,
Well, notice
but
that the focus is on religion, but discipline can be in other areas as
yeah,
well.
And that me I say too.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
because
listen, for me,
and then
right?
just religion me I talk about, you
Okavango,
know what I mean? You have other people where them have some kind of discipline where I really have to do with religious, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Now if you do religion, them have discipline, and you find that them people that make me realize that them people there, they're moral. Like if a man say a Rasta man, right? You see a Rasta man, your tension level, go down, just because you know say a Rasta man come with certain discipline, your tension level, you know, pre him like whether pre somebody because you know say a Rasta man this, So, you know what I mean? Him now go do certain things. You know what I mean?
And you would make certain assumptions about
right?
him also.
Same thing. Yeah. Because you know say them people are disciplined, guide them in our path. You know what I mean?
And then again, that depends on the person too, not true. Because the next person might have a premium to say no, because I expect him to do certain things.
Well, you have you have that too. You have that too. Cause you have people where
have a negative perception
of people. Just like all right, Muslim is a discipline, and most Muslim are good people. You know, we are practicing them thing them are good people. But still you have people where because of, you know what I mean?
Most Christians too.
Most Christians are good people too. I know better our Muslim time, but when you say in the West now, them kind of pay Muslim, like say Muslim is a bad thing. From your Muslim, you're a bad person.
Right.
Like if you're a Muslim, you have one bomb tie on you. You know what I mean?
Talk about extremism now.
But also them paint all Muslim.
Right.
It like
right.
and also them do the same thing to Rasta in Jamaica too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but most Muslim are good people, Bridget. Most Muslim and discipline them follow a real discipline where, you know what I mean? You can respect them to follow this discipline here. You understand? When them are follow it. Yeah.
I think the truth is every human being wants the same way, right? They want to live, they want to be at peace. I know if you're a human being, you want to be at peace, you want to be comfortable, you want to live without any kind of a negative vibration. I think that is the ultimate goal, right? As a human being. But I don't know. I don't know, Roots. When we look at the world, right, and we look at the amount of people that actually follow religion, right, globally, 8 billion people, right? I don't know that humanity is getting better based on these followings and teachings either, right? I don't see how humanity is developing them. Like we're talking about, hey, people are good, and listen, in generally speaking, I think human beings are good, generally speaking, right?
But Bingy, looking at things now, we just looking at it. I don't know what research I say, but just looking at life now. You know, feel like people are moved away from following a discipline than ever. Far away from a discipline than ever now. You look at people generally now.
You're probably referring to religion again.
No,
And any discipline at all, man. Any one of them. Any
All
discipline.
right, make we look
no,
for
but you
a
have to be very
concise.
specific. Yeah,
Make we look at a
that is a
concise definition of
yeah.
the word discipline. Seeing
Mhm.
discipline means training yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The
Mhm.
core idea is consistent self-control in pursuit of a goal. And it
Mhm.
gives several other examples like self-control, consistency, standards, holding yourself to
Yeah.
high standards, rules, routines, expectations, delayed gratification, choosing long-term benefit over short-term comfort, accountability, taking responsibility for your actions and outcomes. So
Right.
if we are looking at it, religion is just one aspect of discipline that people engage into to give them that structure that they are looking for and that self fulfillment that they are looking for.
Mhm.
But it probably won't give them a moral compass
No,
In
it's
some
not
cases
based
it does
on.
too. In some cases it does too, you know. But what we
because
are
they
saying
achieve
is
a
But
that
goal
but
at the
but
end.
Mhm.
but I'm saying moral compass through religion. If you examine the moral compass, and they're telling you things that men should and shouldn't do, morality or what men are expected to do.
Mhm.
It's traditions written before we think about religion. The people who are writing these things, these
Mhm.
codes, the Hammurabi codes, for example, they're not dealing with religion, they're dealing with morality as it exists in nature, within man. So I'm saying, religion, even though we say it's a discipline, agreed. Hey, listen, if you practice, right? That is admirable. That is something that, hey, listen, it is necessary for you. Understood. I am saying that when we talking about morality and how this thing is applied, I don't think we could attribute that to religion. I think
Because
it's
it
a human
exists
Bingy.
thing.
among us.
Bingy. Go on,
Yeah.
Yaga. Go on, Yaga. Go on, Yaga.
Because it exists among us and it is something
Yeah.
that is innate. Knowing
Yeah. It
right
is
from wrong.
innate. Yes,
Knowing
I.
right from wrong.
Yes, I.
As you grow and as you develop, you know right
Because
from wrong because
you see, because I am an African, I know one thing, right? We are people, we face discrimination, right? We face discrimination, right? And we face discrimination by even those who are so-called practitioners, right? This even based within your own religion. You are African and people are other, and you're discriminated within your own religion. So even knowing these things, right? I am saying that religion really doesn't have any part to play in that. It is really innate in human beings, and
Bingy.
that's
A
what
man,
it
you
is.
know, we decide say, he might become my follow Rastafari or I'm going to follow Islam, right?
Mhm.
Him look upon Islam and Rastafari, you know, and say, no, say, them discipline there are things that me that want, me that like to follow. So him look upon, say, okay, not do certain things, you know what I mean? Yeah, do certain things, you know what I mean? So him at that first, you know, him at that good thing first, you know. And then him say, okay, this me I go follow, you know. So him have that moral compass first, you know, before he even start follow them, you know. And that's why him follow them, you know.
Absolutely,
And that's why I'm follow it, you know, because him have this
because it
moral compass, you know.
align.
Yeah.
But it align because he's living in something that's already established roots. So your moral compass is established once you come into this world, right? It is there for you. It is there through your parents. It is there in your household structure. That is it. That is what is await every human being when they're born. Literally. So what you're saying is, hey, the reason why he's making that choice is because he's seen himself in that thing. Fine. We're not. We're not disputing that. We're not saying that is wrong. What I'm saying is, it really has no place on that thing that existed before, which is your morality or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't think religion has any. It doesn't make men better then, and how men deal with each other then. I don't think it necessarily means, hey, if you practice it and you're Muslim and a Christian, our relationship is gonna be no, no. I don't see it.
You know,
All
these
right.
are people where practice one of them thing that you make them overall make them better people to deal with.
It go depend what you consider better. What you
I don't
consider
know.
And
better, you
dealing
know?
and dealing with them on what levels?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know, Ruth. I'm saying that I think it's just a human condition you're talking about. I don't think those things play any effect. I don't think if a man is an Arab Muslim right now and he is prejudiced,
Mm.
that religion is going to remove prejudice from him then. I don't know that to be true.
And prejudice would be a negative human
Right.
condition.
I
Mm.
don't know that to be true. We can't prove that to be true. We might want that to be true. We want that. Well, listen, we absolutely want that to be true, though, you know. We
All right.
want
Mm-hmm.
that to be true.
Discipline,
That is
That's
the
right?
what
objective.
that's the thing earlier. What that? That's the thing earlier. I've seen that. Yaga. Most people follow a religious, some kind of religious thing. Most people can hear.
Ideology.
Overall, you know, most people on the world, you know, in the earth, you know, are good people, you know.
Yes.
Predominantly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
most
agree.
people are good
I
people
agree. Yeah, man.
everywhere.
Yeah. For true.
Why the corruption in a Babylon? And the
Yeah.
corruption in a Babylon we control the system and govern the system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Use it.
most people overall,
Most
most people
people
are
are
good
good.
people.
Yeah.
Most people, if I meet them and talk to them, come from any walk of life.
Agreed.
A good people, Regine.
Absolutely. Yes. 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 And that's what we're talking about, right?
Mm.
That what you're talking about, that in truth has nothing to do with morality. I mean religion. Sorry.
But Benji, you know,
Religion.
yeah, if most people follow something there, follow some kind
Yeah.
of discipline,
Mm-hmm.
and most people overall are good people, you know, people say it has something to do with it.
And that's why when I said, you know, really necessarily have to do it because these things in your from your
All
born.
right. Me find
Yeah.
most of the people them who is not good people to be people where now follow no discipline at all. They
But
just they are
what do you
live.
mean by that? Like what? What do you mean by that though? When you say do follow a discipline, what do you mean like what do you mean by that?
Name it
That
Benji.
don't
Them are
follow
not
a
Chris,
discipline.
them
I,
not follow Christianity, them not follow Muslim, them not follow nothing at all.
Right.
I
And
think
what
And
happens to them people?
they not have a self-discipline neither. They not have one where them create for themselves.
So
I believe that
point
that's a
about these
kind of
people. These people are not
anecdotal
good.
statement.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I say? Because that's a statement where you just a talk of the people what they I interact with on a personal level, which is far from a reflection of the vast majority. You see what I say? Because we can't use our own interaction and say, oh, most people, because we don't know most people, we never interact with most people. We interact with a minority of people. You see me I deal with, and that thing where you experience in a your circle, it might be common in a this circle, but in our next area, that uncommon. People don't do them the things there. You get what I say? So
Mm-hmm.
that is one thing again with it. But discipline is a good thing. Discipline is
Yeah.
a good thing,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Discipline requires a personal choice that you go be resolute in. You know, like how people that come in and say New Year's, they will go make a New Year's resolution. The reason
Resolution.
why most times those things don't carry out is because of the lack of discipline. That regular practice, that regular decision, affirmation in yourself that I am going to do this. And that's why we know that discipline is a good thing. So when a person decide to practice a particular discipline, right? what we find is that it should make them a better person, right? But coupled with that, we know that that is not a definitive um, condition to say it will, because we
Make
see
them better.
people who practice discipline who do very bad things as well. You get my
But
say?
that but
So,
but that's true. That's true. That is absolutely true. Discipline is necessary. But again, these things that we talking about really do have nothing to do with practice or not practicing.
mm.
It really doesn't.
So Bingy,
Because
yeah, say,
uh,
I'm nothing to do with a religious group or anything like that. It just have to do with your personal choice.
yeah, well, let's put it in reality then. For instance, if we were to say now 85% of the earth identify, or people, humanity identify with some religious practice or something like that, we could also quantify that people who identify with religious practices also um, quantify with uh, exclusions or wars or we could identify that. We could identify that these people who say they commit crimes, they go to jail. Like, I mean, we don't have no, we can't say it's better. That's why I'm saying you can't say religion makes it better. Then you can, discipline is inherent in man. The man who doesn't follow a religious concept, that doesn't mean he's less
Uh,
man. It doesn't mean that his contribution is no greater than. I don't see it.
what about the man named Bingy? We have whole heap of case like this. Malcolm makes it one where them are go down a path where them not have no discipline. And then them find that discipline, and when them find that discipline put them on a path, a good path. Malcolm makes it what Bolipa, you have Bolipa Rastaway, and that's a them story. Them are
But
go down
but
some
but
kind of path, and then them find
right,
Rastafari, and Rastafari try them in a good path. Christian same way. You find them
right.
find the Lord. And you know what I mean? Them
But
start to go.
maturity, experience and maturity. Think about what you say, right? You say Malcolm X had to find a discipline, right? He had a discipline. He was maturing in his understanding. Whatever he did before, it took discipline to do what he was doing before too in the roots. Roots. Don't get confused. You know. If a man going out right there right now and he decide he committing whatever offenses, that takes planning and strategies and disciplining that thing too in the roots. Don't get confused.
Bingy,
He's advancing. Wait,
I know
he's
really that can go
maturing.
Bingy. And that's
Yeah,
how we
that's what
use.
we're talking about.
That's how we use religion, you know, because
Yeah,
the religious group them and certain group kind of have a moral sitting there. I mean, I say you got to follow discipline, the discipline of a gang. You know what I mean?
right,
Yeah,
right. But I'm just saying, you know, you can't say
religion.
that. All right, so now you become religious, as you're saying, right? But then we would point out those people who we could identify as being good in religion. That's why we could say, hey, we can say for the masses, right? Like you could point out a Malcolm X, for example, right? We could point out people who we see exemplifying what that religion is supposed to be then, how it's supposed to be in our eyes, in our own eyes, right? But it's not true of us looking at humanity and saying that is true of all human beings, or that is the majority in that sense then.
Have you
I
ever seen
don't
the opposite?
I don't see how. Huh?
Have you ever seen the opposite or know of a story of the opposite?
What do you mean?
There are
Someone
loads of examples, man.
having a discipline, they have a discipline, but them follow, and then them say, boy, I know say, I dash the discipline here and just become a freelancer, and and then just be a force of good.
But that
Or a force of bad.
is
A
your
force of good, man.
advancement.
Or a force of bad.
No, because me I say like me talk about Malcolm X.
Malcolm
You know what I
X.
mean?
Yeah.
And you hear the story from what Rasta Virgin same way. You know what I mean? Where them find the discipline and then become a force for good. After them find the discipline. May I say, have you ever heard somebody who say, yo, let go them discipline and then they become a force for good because of that? Or after that?
So you're
No,
talking about
because
a particular
discipline is
discipline?
always there, though.
You're talking about a
Any
particular
discipline at all.
discipline?
Any discipline at all, man.
So that we just established that there can't be any discipline because you have a man where they take a discipline. That's why we said define discipline, you know. Because when we are talking about discipline, we are talking about the context we are trying to use discipline in is a positive context. But what we are saying is discipline
Virgin,
is
I'm not even
well,
sure
no,
if
man,
John
let me
again.
show man,
Sorry, go on.
Discipline is a decision to routinely follow a particular
Do
course of
something.
action.
Right.
That is what
Right.
discipline is. So a man when decides that he might do the bad, and him no business what a man say him serious about the bad, that is a discipline. So if a man decides that he might do that as a discipline, and
You know,
say no,
is that indiscipline that?
he reach to a point when he say, "More change that discipline and adopt
But
a
it takes
different
discipline.
discipline."
It takes
You know, is that
discipline.
indiscipline that?
Yeah.
Eh?
But
You know,
it
is
takes
that indiscipline that?
discipline.
What's indiscipline?
Yeah.
Fear do bad.
No, it's
But
not.
it takes
But
discipline to do
It's
that.
not.
If you do indiscipline,
we also leaving out something, you know.
It takes
The people
discipline to
we
do
talking
that's
that.
all got
about
indiscipline to
bad
me.
too. But the people we are talking about who identify as bad too, they too identify with religion, you know.
But we're
They
not
do
going to the religion.
identify
We're
with
talking that,
religion, you know.
I think what happened is that the reason is straight to religion, and we're not talking about religion.
Yeah.
We're talking about discipline. See,
but
we're talking about discipline. So we have said
It's
discipline.
all in the context of our beginning statement, you know, which is we were talking about Islam and Christianity, wherever the Okavango brethren had said, right? Is in that context we still reasoning.
So
We
but
are- we
said
are-
the real thing is discipline, because they move from the
discipline, yeah,
religion.
man.
I said the reason why him say is because of the discipline that is attached to it.
Christianity, wherever.
You see what I say? And that him I say now. He cut off.
Who got off?
The whole
What
thing
there?
cut off.
No, sir. It run same way, man.
Eh?
Yeah, man, it run same way.
43 point something. But that's not the other.
My thing is, it is true that the majority of human beings follow some religious ideology. We know that to be true. I don't think that necessarily makes them good.
Moral.
In that sense. Well, not moral. Moral is inherent. Immoral.
But Bingy, you know,
is from
things like
who point of view? Who is giving this moral thing? What is that? Like, how do you morality? We have standards that we live in as human beings, right? But on a personal level, morality becomes subjective. Morality itself becomes subjective.
Bingy, we are talking about like the what do I call it? The obvious thing, them are normal thing, them where like me not hurt you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We not try to oppress your way of surviving. You know what I mean?
You would think
commit some little crime, like, you know what I mean, some, you know what I mean, take what is not mine, or, you know what I mean, take what,
well,
you know what I mean.
Then that too becomes a sticky area, you know, because when you're talking about human beings, then wanting the same, or they want to hurt somebody, or you know, they want to see every man live in peace, or whatever it is. The point is, when you start going to, hey, listen, like, a man shouldn't steal, and for example, then that becomes, because you're talking about morality. For that man, why is he doing it? How is he seeing what he doing as being right based on his condition? So that too becomes a gray area.
Is it a man stealing and seeing it as right?
To him it is right.
In the
I
name
don't think no man has steal and things said right.
in the name of
In
the name of God.
why he doing it?
In the name of God.
In the Abrahamic
In the name of God.
Them say, God tell them to go take these people things, and it is their own, and that is right.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So
brings me to the point.
I stealing.
Which brings me to the point I wanted to make. See? So even when we look at these religion, let's say for I and I know, people within these religion would look at I and I with bad eyes because we are not following what they are doing. We are not following what they are saying. And as much as they are disciplined, I would see that as indiscipline. Because they are departing from the moral compass and the guiding principles that they are supposed to be following. Not because somebody don't agree with what you are saying.
Right.
It means that you can find a name or adjective to describe them. Most of the time, they use the word infidel.
So you got, if you I don't go on now. Another reason, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
But we now look on religion in a bad eye. We just say religion is for some people and those people who practice it, because we know where it started and we know how it originated. But for I and I, it's not for I and I, because I and I is looking towards our African identity, which will be our guiding principle and our moral compass. Yeah, and that takes some serious discipline.
And for Pan-Africanists, Pan-Africans, you know what I mean? It better for African people, you know? But you know, none of them discipline that we become religion was practiced. They might practice them culturally first before it become a religion.
Right.
Yes,
that's the point, yes, but that's why I said that those things you talk about, they existed before religious ideology in humanity.
That's why I
that's
it's inherent in human nature.
The discipline we really want to focus on, you know.
And discipline we are focused on, and the religion.
Yeah, it's not the discipline.
So what we are saying is because this is the next thing will come out, not the reason now, you know. What we are saying, is it discipline or indiscipline? Now the reason why we are going to use that, the reason why we are use that is because we are talking about it from a personal viewpoint of saying discipline is a positive, is only positive, and anything that is negative, therefore, is not discipline, it is indiscipline. But that's why we said the definition of discipline is the decision to follow a particular route and to take the necessary repeated action, consistently towards achieving that. That is discipline.
Right.
So a man who decides that he might go do the bad and him serious about it and he might try it every way. As a new gun come out, he want it. If him find out, say, you ever have a thing where you can use to avoid certain things, him want it. That's a discipline.
Even when he feel like he don't want it.
I'm not sure if I right with that, Virgin.
You can define it, bro. You can go to the definition of discipline.
No, it is the correct word.
Somebody look up that for me there. That sounds like indiscipline to me.
Let me run through it again. Let me run through it again because I never hear it the first time. Discipline means training yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The core idea is consistent self-control in pursuit of a goal. And it went on and said what discipline really is. The first one, it says, it is self-control, and within the self-control, you're managing your impulse, your emotions, and habits so they don't manage you. Consistency, showing up repeatedly, not just when motivated. Standards, holding yourself to rules, routines, or expectations you choose. Delayed gratification, choosing long-term benefit over short-term comfort. And accountability, taking responsibility for your actions and outcomes.
That means we can take out that man.
Yeah?
We can take out the man them we do the crime them we are talking about.
So where I said them not have no discipline.
Yeah, man, they're indisciplined, man. Based on what this I say.
Indiscipline.
No, they don't have no indiscipline.
Eh?
So
They don't have indiscipline.
Based on what I read a while ago,
Indiscipline.
man, no indiscipline that man.
No, that didn't know.
but it takes discipline to
Listen,
do that.
and I'll be
No,
very
but no, sir.
specific.
To
Eh?
do that.
What I think where he say if we do it need to be done.
So who determine the
That's
need?
what they're doing. What need to be
No,
done?
man, that need
Who
to be
determine
done.
the need?
Yeah, yes, Ruth.
Virgin,
It need to be done. Ruth.
get up.
Yeah, make sure that
There-
no
there-
pass
there's
societal
not- there-
norms.
Yeah, it need to be
In
done.
no shape or form.
Yeah.
Get up. And go take your life of our old woman and our grandchild. It's something that needs to
Yeah.
be done.
Is it discipline though?
No, sir. I indiscipline that.
That's indiscipline.
And it talk about Sneto.
Self-control.
Self-control.
Ruth.
I don't know self-control that, man.
Again, that's what I say, Okavango. The thing where
That
you
is
come
discipline.
from, you come from it from a perspective of discipline is one side of the spectrum. You see what I
Right.
said? All right. Okay. Simple. So where say it is indiscipline, right?
Yeah, man.
It is indiscipline. So
Yes,
in
man.
indiscipline, do you find discipline?
In indiscipline,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Just think about it.
The word is indiscipline.
You can't
It's
have
the opposite of
indiscipline,
discipline.
bro.
It's the opposite of discipline. Indiscipline is the
No, it's
opposite.
not the opposite. It's not the opposite.
Brethren, is the opposite. Indiscipline is the
Brother,
opposite of discipline.
To have indiscipline, you have to have discipline. If
Brethren,
you never have discipline, you will only have in.
Dada, indiscipline is the opposite of discipline.
Brother.
When you are not disciplined, you are indisciplined.
So, if you're
So
not
the point when
Not
I try to
discipline.
make, I
When
make it
there is
several
no
times
discipline,
before.
not discipline, no discipline, that's indiscipline.
The point that I try to make, and I made it several times before. Within that indiscipline that you are referring to,
Yeah.
doesn't that take discipline?
the word
No.
itself tell you. Because if
No.
you never have discipline in it, it would only be in.
Yeah,
No,
because
it's a lack of
inclusive.
discipline, that lack of discipline, that lack of discipline.
So even if it's a lack of
Yeah.
discipline, daddy, it's still
It's
a bit of
still
discipline because
discipline.
it's still a few discipline. You can't
Yeah.
talk about it without use
You
discipline.
can't escape it.
That would be luck.
Yeah.
What again? That me say a while ago.
Indiscipline.
Yeah.
Indiscipline. The word indiscipline.
I read that about. Me talk about the meaning. I read.
Right. So we are saying
Same
indiscipline.
thing.
The word indiscipline. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't have discipline in it would only be in.
It's coming from discipline.
Dada, I'm not talking about how red spell or red look because you know what I mean.
No, but
Me
it's
talk
true
about
anyhow
what the
you look
word
at it.
mean. What does the word mean?
All right. My question: what indiscipline mean?
Okay.
Indiscipline. Any teacher on here can help us out.
We are wallet man.
Run through the chat about me find out what indiscipline means. All right. Indiscipline is the breakdown of self-control, the absence of structure, and the failure to follow rules, standards, or responsibility, whether personal or collective. And it leads to your action that disrupt order, progress, or responsibility. No discipline, no that.
Eh? What?
No discipline, no that, Rasta.
So what we are
Yaga,
saying,
Yaga. Hold
It's a
on,
lack
Yaga.
of
Read
discipline.
it again there.
All right. In discipline is the inability or the refusal to control one's behavior, leading to actions that disrupt order, progress, or responsibility.
Mhm.
All right. There's a lack of discipline.
Yeah, breakdown in self-control, absence of structure,
So,
and failure to follow rules.
A
so what
breakdown.
we are saying,
A
what we are saying
breakdown.
is this,
So
right?
it's a lack of discipline.
So what we are saying is this, but it's not a lack of discipline. That's what I said to you saying now. When we are speak of discipline, we are speak of it from a moral, civic point of view.
Right.
But
Right.
the reality of the word is that discipline is making a choice to do a particular thing and to carry out the necessary repeated actions to
Absolutely.
accomplish it.
Absolutely.
That is what
No.
discipline is.
That definition I said that.
That is
Honestly.
discipline. That
No, I
is
said that.
discipline.
No. That
So-
you have some repetition.
So all right.
You
You
have
put
some
it
repetition.
in the third class. So the third class now follow them none of them religious teachings there.
Mhm.
And when I follow Babylon order, is that discipline or indiscipline?
Then when I say you're indisciplined,
Yeah, because it has to be specific, you know.
Drop in our comment
This
section.
indiscipline.
All the viewers, drop in our comment section if that are right.
That's a bias question.
But you can't
No,
you
it's
can't
true.
have
You
indiscipline
engage the
without
audience.
discipline.
Engage the audience.
That's the thing.
So
You can't have indiscipline without discipline. That's the whole point, right?
Bingy. Indiscipline is a lack of
It's a
discipline.
lack of discipline.
no, it's not.
Wait.
Yes,
so
man.
is
When
it's
there
a lack
is
of-
no
it's a
discipline,
lack
Dada.
of
That's
discipline.
indiscipline, Dada. When there's no discipline, it's
From a
indiscipline.
moral point of view, brother. From a moral
It's-
point of view.
is the third class indiscipline?
No.
I couldn't say that.
Why you would say you're indisciplined? No. Listen, I think we getting caught up. I
But
think
we're
we
not
getting caught
following
up
the
in
rules.
semantics because it's
We're not
semantics.
following the
listen.
rules.
That's exactly
We're not
what
No,
following
it's
the
semantics,
we are
you
talking
truth.
about.
This is
We are
all
talking
semantics,
about-
brother.
We're talking about discipline from a moral point of view.
Yeah,
As opposed
yeah.
to what the actual word is. You get me? All right. A person who practice martial arts, that's a discipline.
Yeah.
A person who practice mechanics, that's a discipline.
Yeah.
Right. The reason why these are
Oh.
disciplines, is because you make a decision to
To
do
follow
a
them.
particular thing and you take the necessary action consistently to achieve it.
To
That is
achieve
what
it.
discipline is.
Yes.
Right? That is discipline. If a person is doing a wrong thing, a negative thing, and they make a decision to do that wrong thing,
They
and
still
they take the
discipline.
consistent, repeated action to
They
achieve
still
it,
discipline.
right? That
No,
is
no, it's not.
discipline.
No, it's not.
Mhm.
Not by the definition of the word.
So, Okavango, may I ask again?
Oh,
You think the chant class is discipline or
Shankar Dan,
indiscipline?
Shankar Dan say that you are describing habits, bad habits. I
I'm not
agree.
describing bad habits. I'm
Yes.
talking about discipline.
I think
and
I
what
agree.
discipline is.
Bad habits.
But even if he was identifying bad habits,
still
that to
a
be
discipline.
disciplined
It's
in
still a
having a
discipline.
bad habit.
No.
Roots.
I'm not
If you
disciplined.
have
That
a
are
bad habit,
indisciplined.
that is a discipline.
Yeah,
Because
habits
yeah,
are-
you would
bad habits are indiscipline.
discipline having that bad
If
habit.
you have a bad
Because
habit,
you know
it's something where you do
bad-
consistently. If you have a
Yeah,
bad habit, the
it's
reason why it's called a bad habit is because you do it
because you keep on doing
Discipline,
it.
you have no discipline.
But you have to have discipline to do
No,
something
you have the discipline to
consistently.
do that.
You have to have discipline to do something
Hold on there,
consistently.
hold on there again,
Yes.
man. Hold on there. Viewers, we're having a nice little debate about discipline and you know what I mean the effect discipline have on the humans, you know what I mean, the moral compass. You know what I mean? Yaga,
Yo,
more you read the definition of discipline again.
when I read it until you answer my question, sir.
Okay. Tell me, ask me a question and you read it. I mean, I say you read it after.
Do you think the third class has discipline?
Yes.
I say yes.
But they would say no.
Who does that?
Because we are not following their rules, we are not following their guidance, we are not following their religion, we
They
are
would
not following
say you're
their structure.
indisciplined. Because they might talk about it from a moral perspective and as opposed to what discipline actually is. They might talk about it from what them consider to be good or bad. So therefore, if it is good, it's discipline. If it is bad, it is indiscipline.
Yaga, the way all the chat class is discipline, every Saturday and Sunday we get up the same time. We consistently talk about the plight of African people.
Even though that I later few times.
And him still get up. When he that hurt him, he still get up, see we and come fight the fight
Discipline.
for African people. That's discipline, Virgin.
That's
Discipline.
discipline.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
Even
so,
when
fight
he-
the fight.
so why you consider
So-
that discipline?
Hold on there.
About that, why you
Hold
consider
on, man.
that discipline?
Hold on, Dada. Me and Yaga make a deal. Yaga, read the definition of discipline again.
All right. So you know, agree, sir, Rasta in discipline, or a third class in discipline.
No, sir. Church can discipline.
But we highlight some examples of why it could be considered indiscipline. All right, here the definition. See, discipline means training yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The
Chad
core
class that.
idea of
Chad class
discipline is the consistent self-control in pursuit of a goal.
Consistent.
Consistent. So
Okay.
So that I use the example of a shatter or a chopper who is doing what they are doing consistently, repeatedly. As modernization comes in, as technology improves, they're still on it.
What?
And you are saying that is indiscipline, but that I say there is some discipline in there because it takes
Because there
discipline to
must
achieve
be.
that.
It must be.
Yeah, Yaga.
You,
Read the
you,
whole
can't,
thing,
you
man.
can't have indiscipline without discipline.
Read the whole thing.
All
Read the whole thing. Yaga,
All
man.
right. What discipline really is? Self-control.
Right.
And within that self-control, it says managing your impulses, emotions, and habits so they don't manage you. Consistency, meaning that you show up repeatedly, not just when motivated. Chad class at the matter about again.
Yeah, man.
Standards, holding yourself to rules, routines, or expectations you choose. Chad class again. Delayed gratification, choosing long-term benefits over short-term comfort. Accountability, taking responsibility for your actions and your outcomes. Why does it matter? Discipline is what turns intent into action, action into habit, and habits into results.
You hear that?
Motivation
You hear that?
starts the journey,
Read
And
that
habits
again.
into
Read that
results.
again. Read that
finishes
again.
it.
Read that again.
Discipline is what turns intent into action,
The intent is the thought, right? Intent
action
is the
into
thought.
habit,
All right.
and habit into results.
Thank you. Thank you.
Motivation starts the journey, but discipline finishes it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So could it be a case where what the item, both of the item I say is right?
No.
Fire. What Okabongo is talking about is a moral overstanding of the word discipline.
Yeah.
In
Dada,
terms of wrong
you
or right.
are going to try and find
Right.
one thing.
Me don't even try
But
part. Me don't even
the
try
whole
part
thing,
anything.
the other thing is discipline. The whole of it, the whole definition, and that's a discipline.
Right. So what I am
Yes.
saying to you, what you're talking about is a moral overstanding of discipline. Wrong or right. And right is discipline and wrong is indiscipline. But what we're
And
saying
based
is
on
that,
what?
and from day one we are saying, discipline, right? Discipline is the consistent and repetitive action needed or required to achieve a particular goal.
But the goal.
That is discipline.
Yeah.
So even if a man
That
is
is
doing
discipline.
wrong, even if a
Yeah.
man is doing wrong, it takes
As
some
long as he's
discipline.
doing
No,
it
sir.
consistently towards achieving that goal, it's discipline.
He's self-motivated.
So, but that it things them where you are talking about like crime and them thing there are indiscipline that.
No, yeah, based on the
But-
society
Are
we live
indiscipline
in,
that.
the
And
rules,
Based on a
them,
moral
laws,
view, brother.
them thing there have
Laws, yeah.
all the hallmarks
based
of
on
indiscipline.
laws.
No,
Of
based
indiscipline.
on a moral
A
view.
scammer is indiscipline.
Based on a
Yes,
moral view.
A
based on
scammer is indiscipline.
societal,
Because first
based
thing,
on the
Based on
expectations
laws.
well,
of
the thing is,
society.
them now go off a long term, a short term. See, them not try go a short term thing, quick fix. You know what I mean? And all the
But-
thing go against
That's why.
them
That's
life.
why I have said. That's why
Based
I
them
have
are
on
said.
laws
discipline.
and morality.
They are discipline. Are indiscipline them there?
What both of the item is saying could actually be right, because to be doing the bad thing consistently, whether we want to acknowledge it or not,
It's
it takes discipline.
It's discipline.
I don't know. We stuck on something that I said a while ago, you know. All
Sure.
human beings have discipline.
Big up.
There's no human being who doesn't have no form of discipline. It is impossible.
Big up
It's
everybody
inherent in your
in the comment
nature.
section. Big up
Morality, how laws are applied based on what you do, based on your discipline. They call it crime, whatever. That's something different. The law and morals.
Big
But
up everybody in the
discipline,
comment
every
section.
man had discipline.
King's son, big up. Unapologetically worthy, big up. But Shankar Dana Jabson Gem consistently goes to work late.
Mm-hmm.
Go to work late every day.
Mm.
Is that a discipline?
Of course, it's a discipline.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a discipline.
Yeah.
Or discipline, Dada.
Consistently.
Because it's
Dada, don't
consistently
foolish,
doing
man.
it. Because he consistently doing
No,
it.
nobody, no say consistently if you do something discipline, Dada.
But you have a dream
Him know
job.
where
That
to do.
dream
You know
job.
where to do, and I do
Yeah.
opposite that is that indiscipline that.
Yeah, but that dream job, and he get fired, he consistently going to work late every day, and he's still working that dream job. So he has no time to be to work. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That statement is nonsense.
Yeah, but
Then-
Bingy,
then that's a dream job. Where's your work
because
time?
of indiscipline,
Yes.
you're gonna lose that dream job.
Away from here with that.
Again,
That
you're talking from a
discipline.
moral point of view.
That
Because
discipline.
it wasn't discipline. No, your
Yeah, that
job
discipline.
require discipline keep a job. It requires to have a certain discipline.
Yeah,
have
that's
a
why he
certain
couldn't
discipline.
consistently be late.
And the discipline that it requires is the discipline of coming to work on time. The
Right.
discipline
Time.
that it does not require is for you to be consistently coming late.
No.
But
Same
Once they're
discipline.
not coming early, you're indisciplined.
Don't
Once they're
mean-
not coming, the time is
I
indiscipline.
don't. All right.
That cannot be
So,
discipline.
okay. All right. Dada, let's say we agree with Okavango, say it is indiscipline. Right. It is indiscipline. See? But the fact that he or she turns up late consistently,
Mm-hmm.
Is the
What is that?
discipline.
It's discipline.
Indiscipline.
That,
It's discipline.
I'm sorry, that's the discipline. No, is it discipline?
This is a good
But he consistently doing it repeatedly.
Because you're
Even
doing it
though we see it as something
repetitively.
negative and something bad, it takes
Dada,
It
discipline
is
to do that.
discipline, brother. It's
It
discipline
takes
check it out, check
discipline
it
to
out,
do
check it
It's
out.
that.
discipline to do it,
consistently doing it,
Bango.
and
So
that is the requirement
Yeah.
for discipline.
hold on now. So hold on now.
Consistency.
So yeah, Dada. So we are saying here, right?
Mm.
On the perfect balance chat class, the person who is coming to work late every day and the person who is coming to work late every day are both disciplined people.
Yes, they're both disciplined people.
Because they
They're
are
both
consistent.
disciplined people because they're consistently doing what they're doing, and that is what determines discipline.
A person who do good every day and a person who do bad every day are both disciplined.
They are both disciplined.
They're both disciplined.
They're both.
You're talking about a moral compass or based on law.
I want to say, man. I want to say.
Yeah.
I want to say this to try with the argument because it's not a sense to me, no.
Because you're not looking at it outside law.
It cannot be the same. It can't be the same thing.
Wait. Ras, hold on. Wait, let me just say this, Okavango.
Because you're talking from a moral point.
It's not
point of view.
I'm talking from a discipline standpoint. I'm talking from a discipline standpoint. From a discipline standpoint, me talk from. It's not a moral.
It has to be, because what you talking about is you talking about consequences. You talking about the outcome, consequences. You talking about law and morality. We're not talking about that roots.
No.
You're talking about discipline. Every human being has to have the man who doing wrong, Okavango. He's disciplined in doing that thing.
No, man, I mean discipline, man.
Yeah, but
discipline. He don't do wrong all the while. Because so indiscipline, might do wrong all the while, man.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I said
laws and morality, not according to the definition or the term itself.
No, man, the definition is that Yaga. Talk long time, Yaga.
It's control, it's regulation, it's direction, it's order. Think about what happening here. That man have control, he have direction, he have order. He have them things, he's repeating that consistently.
Action to habit to outcome, right? That's what I say, right?
Yeah.
Discipline is taking intent to action, action to habit, habit to outcome, right? So you have an intention to do something, right? You make the necessary action to do it. You can't do it in a one go. No, you have to make it consistent. You have to repeat it. That's why it now becomes a habit. And then because of that consistent repetition, it moves from a habit and provides an outcome. That is discipline.
Dada.
Both are you right, Okavango?
No, both are not right.
Both of you are right. What we are saying is accurate, and what Dada is saying is accurate.
No, it's not
because
accurate.
Even though you say it is indiscipline, it takes discipline to do that.
No. You see? You're talking about people where you have a goal and you reach towards that goal. Right? And you put in the discipline to reach the goal. That is different from someone who have a goal and is not putting in the discipline for reach the goal, which is that person where the goal that is required of them is the goal. Yes, the goal is to come early. The goal is to come early.
Suppose the person that is consistently coming to work late, if their goal is to get fired so them can go on unemployment, how you know say that another person goal?
So that person have that indiscipline same way. Can I go work late?
But the fact that they do it consistently.
So in discipline, so they can't fire him because he know what.
So that
you cannot have indiscipline without discipline. That's the point. It can be separated. You cannot have indiscipline without discipline.
Bingy said
They cannot be
Bingy said there's no
separated.
duality, you know. Bingy said
There's no duality. You can't be
And what this
separated.
try to do is create a duality.
Bingy, yeah, go. Bingy. All right. The reason why you add something named indiscipline is because there's something named discipline, right? We know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Me never try to go around that. So me don't know why I can't know. Me never try to go around that. But what them try to say, there is discipline in indiscipline.
There
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Even in the word.
No.
In the word itself
In the
says so.
I'm spelling already.
The evidence is in the word itself.
I'm spelling already. I'm going now.
All right.
The evidence is in the word.
Me quick break it down a bit further. Can you have discipline without indiscipline?
No.
No, you cannot have discipline without indiscipline. They are two sides of the same human experience,
Okay.
and one defines the other.
Okay.
Brother,
But,
the reason
all right, so
this
why we say this now? Why we say this?
Discipline only becomes
Why we say
meaningful
this?
because
Why we say
indiscipline.
this now?
The reason why this has caused a confusion, you know. The reason why I come off of Okabongo, you talk about discipline from a moral point of view.
No.
Wrong or
Yeah.
right.
No.
Yeah.
On a discipline, only on a discipline you talk about. No, that me say no. Me come from a discipline standpoint.
Give me a point. The reason why you say this, you come from a point of view of discipline from a wrong or right standpoint, which is a moral standpoint. That is why you say. That is why you say the person who come to work on time every day is disciplined, and the person who come to work late every day is indisciplined. Because you're viewing the person who come to work every day as the correct thing, the right thing to do, and the person who come late as the wrong thing to do. That is understood.
But it's based on
but
something.
What we're saying is that discipline surpasses morality. It surpasses wrong or right. It is a word that describes the conscious decision to achieve a goal through consistent and repetitive actions. That is what discipline is. That is what discipline is.
No.
So,
Make we look at it from a psychological.
You gotta read discipline a while ago, a couple of times, and you know something like that.
It says.
Make we look at it from a psychological perspective. Seeing from a psychological angle, humans are wired for impulses, distractions, comfort, shortcuts. Discipline is the conscious override for those natural tendencies. So in discipline is not the opposite. It is the raw material discipline works on.
Same thing.
Perfectly
same thing, Ruth.
Perfectly said.
Is it same thing?
Perfectly
That's
said.
a perfect understanding.
Perfectly
Clear.
said.
You can't get more clear than that. You can't get more clear than that.
Read some a while ago. You gotta read it again. Me not really hear say. Come in and read something.
So the psychological aspect of discipline says humans are wired for impulses, distractions, comfort, and shortcuts. Discipline is the conscious override of those natural tendencies. So, indiscipline is not the opposite. It is the raw material discipline works on.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said.
So what I say now?
We have said that. That's what I'm just reading that we have said.
No, all that you say. That you say, Bridget. That you say. That you say. You understand?
He said discipline in the indiscipline.
I personally, we are get up and go work every day because him now go fall in a chapel and move lazy. Or say boy, you know what I mean? Him now go work because work hard or them sitting there. You have to have a discipline to get up and go do it every day.
But that's based on something, though.
Most people would love to start there, yeah.
But
Most
that's not
people,
based on discipline. That's based
Regine,
on something else, Root.
you that love is stung in your yard and now go out there. But you have a discipline to get up and go do what you have to do. That is discipline. Not
Yeah, but
doing that.
it's a man who sit down in the
I'm
yard
going
and
with
do
your
nothing.
natural, where you got, where the psychotherapist say your natural tendency to say, boy, you're not go out there. Then that indiscipline that you got. That's a real while ago.
Eh?
Yeah, man.
Roots.
Fire.
I
Well,
don't think
listen.
you looking at
From day
discipline
one.
as a
Listen from day
standalone thing within human nature. Roots. You're looking at it based on an outcome, based on you having to do something, laws, morality. We talking about discipline. Every man had discipline, but you looking at it on an outcome basis though. Going to work on time, not going up to work on time. Punishment delayed.
What is wrong or right?
Yeah. That's not.
But this is
So I don't know of us.
Moral. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
late.
know of us.
I'm not supposed to be late. That is all moral understanding. But
I don't know
discipline,
of us. Oh,
it's something different.
Okavango cannot see that. Even
Yeah,
after
that's something
access
different.
the church class is not in discipline.
It's discipline.
Be
Yeah.
disciplined, man.
Him said the church class discipline.
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's what I am saying. We are saying the same thing, but I say the church class, he said the church class is not in discipline. You say him say discipline, which is what the both of us is saying. So may I say the two of the item, what the item I said it basically the same thing. And when we look at the psychological aspect of it, it shows that one cannot exist without the other.
Hold
on, see the evil side of it.
No, man, hold on there. Yaga, where I say? So you are saying the church class in discipline?
No, people are saying.
No.
People would have said.
On what?
Because we say we not support the Bible and we not support Christianity. A person would have said you're indisciplined because of that.
But it's not true, eh? Not that we don't support it, eh?
How that is indiscipline? What is indiscipline?
Because that is what is expected.
No, man, I would not answer that, man. What's that?
Then why them look them front by Rasta?
I know because I discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moral. I'm moral now.
No, but I looking at something from a moral point of view. Though.
Yeah, but if you now follow the status quo, if you now follow what is expected of you, and what the mainstream is putting towards the item, that means you're disrupting what is going on, which is indiscipline. And that takes discipline.
People who don't agree with the church class moral standpoints and things the church is saying, that's not a discipline, not because we are indisciplined.
But we are not following.
The discipline we have, a consistent.
We are not following. We are not following the expectations of having a religion.
Yeah, but
of practicing a religion.
You're going for moral things now.
No, but that is how the reasoning started out.
No. What we're doing, right? All right, can we go forward back to the reasoning, right? As me say, people who practice a discipline, their moral compass normally in the right place, and that's a rightly, you know what I mean, should be in the right place. I mean, that's normally in the right place. You see me? Normally, you find people who are for some kind of.
And the example that was used is religion.
And we use religious example.
Yeah. And we are saying that can be necessary.
So we are tying two things together, Two things together,
Mm-hmm.
But discipline is a different thing from the moral thing.
I have a question. Do them know what a ninja is or who a ninja is?
How?
More ninja movie. More ninja movie.
A ninja?
These are real things. These are a movie. It's a real thing.
Right.
Okay, I never see one yet.
Right, but it's a real thing.
I think
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So may I say, would you describe a ninja as disciplined?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask.
Where Ninja real from?
Japan.
Japan.
Wanna talk it? Why samurai them?
No, ninja different
Ninja.
from samurai.
Ninja.
The ninja does not in a sitting there in a
movie.
show. Yeah.
So now you know they're not in show.
Me no know.
Do
Me
you
no know
think-
where. Me no. I know say ninja have one sword and them wear mask in a movie. Me no know if them have no this. Me couldn't tell about ninja. To tell the truth. I can tell about
A
samurai.
swordsman then.
I tell
A
about samurai
swordsman
them.
then. Present him with the fact, Dada. Present him with the fact. Make him.
So the point I'm going to make is that anybody would have said a ninja is disciplined. Right?
But I don't say anybody can. Me just say a while ago not to say that.
Word discipline, right? But yet still, a ninja is actually an assassin.
Oh, is a ninja discipline, Dada?
Because
You
of
be
what
the anybody.
have to do
You be
to
the
become a
anybody and
ninja.
explain the discipline of a ninja.
Because of what you have to do to become a ninja. The consistent, repeated action that you have to take in order to become a ninja. As a matter of fact, it falls under martial arts, and martial arts itself is a discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, mix up.
And
I think you mix up things still. Go on, talk.
the point I'm making to you, my lord, is this. Discipline is independent of morality. Discipline is a consistent, repeated action towards a particular
Dada,
Right.
are you
discipline.
Are you a discipline morality, you know?
No, I'm not.
No, the
I'm
highest.
I'm
Are
not.
you a discipline morality?
You just say a person who come to work consistently every day is in discipline. And a person
Yeah,
who comes
it's
to work
discipline.
early every day is discipline. So that's morality. That's wrong and right. Which is wrong and which is right. That's morality. That's morality.
Dada, that's
I'm
discipline.
saying to you,
It's
and I'm
discipline.
saying to you that both of them are disciplined.
Takes discipline. Both of them takes discipline.
Are doing
Both
what
of
they
them
are
take
doing.
discipline.
That's
Even though it
discipline
might be
because
immoral,
consistency.
even though it might be wrong, it is discipline because the fact that them still show up and do the same indiscipline all the time.
Because it's a repeated action. It's repetitious.
Dada.
It's just a bad discipline. It's just a bad discipline, not about.
No, man. I want to ask the man. Brethren, if me show up for the chat class every day, me show up late. Every morning, some of the morning them me missing. So some of them, you know what I mean? What that?
You call that indiscipline, but we are saying
Brethren,
it
indiscipline
takes
that, brethren.
discipline to do that.
And that now nothing to do no moral, nothing. I just
We are saying
indiscipline
take
that.
discipline
It
to
has
do that,
everything to
Rasta.
do with morality because you're talking about it from it being a negative. So once you talk about it being a negative, it's morality.
I don't think you're
Dada,
you're
moral come at that,
separating
Dada. Dada, moral come at that.
morality from discipline.
Dada, moral come at that.
Because you're looking at coming to the church class late regularly and being absent regularly, you're looking that as a negative. And because you're looking at it as a negative,
we keep on saying over and over that is not. Me not look on it. So you tell me me I do. No, you keep on saying that me I do, but me I tell you no, that me I do. Me I tell you say I am looking on things from a discipline standpoint. If I'm coming late every morning, I don't have the discipline to get up in the morning, and come to the chat class on time.
But you have the discipline to come late.
Once me not come early, so when me not come early, is an indiscipline. It is called late.
I indiscipline.
Indiscipline. When me not come early, indiscipline, and it is called late. That indiscipline is called late.
Vango.
But that takes discipline,
can I say this?
Rasta.
But it's based on something, Roots. What you're talking about is
It's
based
on
on
the fact that
something.
coming late
It's
is a
based on
negative.
right.
It's based on the fact that
It's
coming
not
late is a negative.
discipline. You're not distinguishing discipline alone. You have something that comes along with it. So that's the moral aspect. You're talking about it from a consequential, late, early. There's something else you're adding to it, and that's the moral objective or the consequence. You're not examining discipline alone as a standalone. You're not.
So
Bingy.
Bingy, do you agree?
Because late or early will be dependent on something outside of discipline. That's all it is.
Bingy.
Late or early is dependent on something outside of regulations.
If I am consistently coming late or I'm coming late, what am I doing wrong?
You're coming late. You're coming late. That's what you're doing wrong.
Which is against company policies.
Which is against company laws, regulations.
What is causing me to come late?
We don't know. It could be anything.
I can't get up.
You could oversleep. You could be
Whatever.
doing something and lose track of the time.
Yeah.
You could be.
When you wake up in the morning,
you could get broke. You can come in and you break down.
You talk about.
It can be anything. A lot of things can cause you to be late.
Whatever. We don't know. But whatever.
No, but
you leave about 5 minutes late.
What you want us to say is because you're in discipline.
Yeah,
I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing.
It's because
we may try to say, you see, whatever cause me to come late,
right?
You see, coming late here, that is the discipline. Coming early here, that is the discipline.
So when no matter come late all the time,
if you come late, me not being here on time is in discipline.
So let's say when that are forward late all the time.
So
that is indiscipline.
He's an indisciplined person.
But him do it consistently. Doesn't that take discipline?
Him coming consistently.
I'm disciplined in my indiscipline.
Late.
No.
Late.
I just a discipline stop, man.
I'm disciplined in my indiscipline.
No. Man can't go so.
What I think what the item say is right. The two of the item what the item say is right. Because you cannot have discipline without indiscipline. One shapes the other.
Regine, where there is no discipline, where there is no discipline, lies
in
indiscipline.
Hold on. Perfect.
There's no place.
Perfect. Hold on.
There's no place.
There's no discipline there.
Perfect.
No place.
Where there is no discipline,
where is that?
Right? You say where there's no discipline is indiscipline, right? That's what I say, right?
No, he say where there's no discipline.
Right.
Make a find that.
Discipline. I want to make sure me hear what you say.
Yeah, man. That me say.
You say where there's no discipline, it's indiscipline, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when a person come late one time, would you say he's in discipline?
No.
If a person come late 2 times, would you say he's in discipline?
2 times.
Now ask you.
Go to 3 now.
How much time early?
Well, that
don't matter.
Only 1 or 2 times late, it have to be more.
Because if he started work today and late 2 times already, that's indiscipline.
So you say I'm indiscipline.
So 2 times it can difference. If my work for 10 here and come work 2 times, it's different. And I'm indisciplined that.
He's still disciplined.
So we say.
But it's not your routine.
I make to the eye. What show you why, right? You go class it now as indiscipline is because of the repetitive nature or the frequency of it. And we are set here said that same repetitive nature, that same frequency is what defines discipline.
Yes.
And that's what we are set to the eye. That is the point that we are set to the eye.
Repetition.
Inside it, man.
Side what?
Yeah, yes, I
Listen,
Recite it.
right, Simon.
listen,
Recite it.
brother,
We're like,
brother.
nah, I
Yeah.
ain't taking that.
You,
I
you
ain't
know, think
taking
it
that.
take you know, think it takes some form of discipline for your work, somewhere for 10 years and go early every day.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It
That's discipline,
do.
right?
No, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, so they had them agree with
What
their
form
agenda,
of
brother.
discipline it take for your work somewhere for 10 years and go late every day?
It can be a number of things.
What form of discipline is that?
Because you have a
Well,
discipline to say, I must sleep 9 hours a day.
right. Wherever it is.
You have a discipline say you must sleep 9 hours a day. So what? You're late for your work?
And you leave out at
But
7.
that boy,
And-
you're talking about
and-
12 different things. Two different things you're talking about.
No, I'm
Discipline.
not.
You leaving out at 7
talk
a.m.
the
when you
discipline
should
to go to
leave at
work.
6:45.
Hold on, man, we talk over each other.
Yeah,
The
but it's a
discipline
kind of
to
it's
go
a
late
mute.
every day.
That mute point, man. That don't even make sense, right? Because if I go into work late every day, it means I just move my start time, so it's still reaching on time
Yeah,
because
man.
I still have, I move my start time. So
Remember,
then,
it's a hypothetical thing we are doing, you know. So, you know what
yeah,
I mean?
I
Look on the
feel, but I'm
study.
saying that.
But may I ask Bengi, what kind of discipline does it take to go to work late every day?
I'm just tell you, a discipline to say I must sleep 9
No,
hours every night.
Wherever, it doesn't matter. It could be
Dada.
And I'm just
anything.
saying, because I give him an example.
no,
Him
Dada,
ask me
Yeah,
to
that
that
could
give
be
him
not have
an
nothing to do
anything.
with
example.
if you go work every day. You're talking about different thing, a different you talk about.
No, I'm not.
No, Bridget, you know, you're talking about you must sleep, whatever. Me talk
All right.
about a discipline for go
Okay,
late every
Bongo.
day.
The sticking point, the point that we're sticking on, I think I can speak for the item. We agree with what you're saying about discipline. The sticking point is that you cannot agree that within the indiscipline, it takes discipline to achieve that consistently,
Jaga, nothing
repeatedly,
can go,
over
nothing
and
can go
over.
someone. Nothing can go someone. We're not talking about opposite things and anything.
No, but we say, on the opposite. Remember, we clarify, say it's not opposite. And we also clarify that you cannot have one without
No,
the other.
Yeah, we know that, man. I like sitting there, you know. I like light and dark, you know.
right.
Wrong and right, you know. It's an
So
opposite
that's the
thing.
sticking point. That is the sticking point now.
So light and dark are opposites, right?
Like balance.
Light and dark are opposites, right?
Balance, yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. Where I say?
I'm just saying. Light,
Yeah. Let me say.
light is the absence of darkness, and darkness is the absence of light.
But it's still light.
So where I
But
say?
it's still light.
You know that?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's still light.
You say light and absence of darkness.
And
Yeah.
darkness is the
You say
absence of
darkness
light.
is light.
So what does that have to do? What do with the point I make? That I make my point, you know.
I'm making your point.
Yeah.
How is it making
And
your
discipline is discipline.
Discipline is the absence of indiscipline
But
and
it's still discipline.
Eh? I'll be saying when there's no discipline, there's indiscipline.
point?
Yeah. Just like when there's no light, there's dark. Yeah.
Right. So you
We
measure it
cannot
off
separate them.
Yeah,
We
make the
cannot
point.
separate them.
Where you
Huh?
measure it
So-
off of? You measure it off a light, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yo.
my point I make, so I mean, understand what I say.
We cannot separate them. That is the only issue that we're having right now is Okavango cannot see that
No.
the
Hey,
indiscipline takes
if you
discipline.
follow the comment section, you know. But the comment section, you know, where we have up to 15 viewers, you know, as the Okavanga say, you know. So,
What
act
does
like
that
the Okavango is the anomaly, you know, here, you know.
mean?
If people
Yeah.
never say Okavango, you know, I just want to tell them that.
So
Yeah,
let me tell
but
you this. Let me tell you this. We're not here to work with what the people are saying. We're here to change talk and thinking process. Right? That's what we're here to do. And what we're saying
yeah,
is,
man.
That's
Yeah,
what's
man.
going on there,
Yeah, man.
discipline.
No,
Remember,
but
you
yes,
know.
man, Yaga, I go make you look
No, we're
like
not
say,
saying that you're
like
wrong,
say,
you know, Kabongo.
I mean,
Remember, no, remember, we say we agree with you what you're saying and discipline. And the issue that we're having is that you cannot overs that within the indiscipline. There is discipline.
Bingy,
It takes discipline.
Bingy. You know hear me?
Yes, I. Yes, I.
The king's son has to have to choose a side. Instead of on both sides, and if you pick a side.
No, I am on both sides. Hear what I said, and
Big
I
up for
said
that
this
comment,
early.
King's son, because I truly
You know why?
Bingy now pick a side, you know. Bingy now pick a side for you.
No side no need to pick, brother.
It had no side to pick.
Yeah,
There's
man.
no side.
One side.
It had no side to pick, and I tell you, and I tell you
one
why.
side to the
And I said
landslide.
this, and I said this earlier on. You know, my point earlier on in the argument is there's no human being who doesn't have discipline. I said that a long time ago. So you mean
Even that me not sure about.
What do you mean you ain't sure about
Breathing
it?
is
I
a
said
discipline,
that a long time ago.
Breathing is a discipline.
Every human being.
Breathing is a discipline.
Yeah, man. Discipline is inherent.
Hombre, breathing
It's
is
inherent.
a discipline. Breathing is a discipline.
It's a discipline.
So what do you mean by that?
Breathing is not a discipline.
Breathing is a discipline. What do you mean
no,
by
it's not.
Discipline?
It is not. Have you ever felt like not breathing and then but you still do it? That's what this discipline sitting there now. Call for feel to do it, but you still
do it.
You know, most people breathe incorrectly. You know, the majority of people breathe incorrectly. Do you know that?
You're going down a different road. No,
we're not going down a different path. We're talking about discipline. So may I ask you, do you know that the majority of people breathe incorrectly? Do you know that?
That's indiscipline.
I don't know.
That is indiscipline.
Dada. If people are breathing incorrectly, they are doing it unconsciously.
That's indiscipline, though.
So why you think they're doing it unconsciously?
Because they don't know.
Because they don't know. But does that excuse it?
Dada, I don't know where I go with this. But you know, nothing to do with that about. Because indiscipline,
I think Dada,
you know say you're not do it. You know say you're not do it. You know say you're
I think that I'm going to ask the question. Is it discipline or indiscipline?
For
breathing correctly.
That not for the argument we are talking about.
There are no written policies there, Dada. There are no written policies or guidelines.
No one say morality now. Him can't use morality now. To say, Ray, it's wrong or it's right.
So Yaga, Dada, may I breathe correctly?
No.
No.
How me to breathe?
Show them, Dada.
When you breathe, right?
Make your viewers them sit. Make your viewers them sit.
When you breathe, see?
I change the argument, but go ahead.
No, but as I said to yourself, when you inhale, right? Your lungs supposed to expand and your stomach. You understand? And when you exhale, it reverse. Most people breathe in at the reverse. You see what I say? Then you have a next kind of breathing in a discipline of breathing, which come under yoga again now, which breathe through the close of the mouth and only through the nostril.
Okay.
Right. So there are so many disciplines in a people, something as simple as breathing.
So Dada, what that is now, first thing, thanks for sharing the knowledge of breathing with the audience and with I. But that is you're talking about ignorance. People don't know something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I have never. No one has never taught me. No one has never taught me.
Is there ignorance?
Hold on, Yaga.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay.
Is there ignorance in discipline or discipline for not knowing how to breathe?
Okay. So as I was saying, me not knowing how to read is ignorance. I don't know.
No, you are indisciplined.
If that should teach me, what I know, man, if that should teach me how to do it, and I'm gonna start practice it, it'll take discipline for me to practice that every day. That take a discipline for me to practice that every day. Right.
So now we are indisciplined.
What you mention now about most people is ignorance because most people don't know.
Right. Yeah, but you are right, brother.
That's not indiscipline. It's just ignorance.
But even in the ignorance, Okavango, the fact that you're doing it consistently and repeatedly, that is the
discipline.
And that's so outside of ignorance. Outside of ignorance. We're talking about discipline being a consistent, repetitive action towards a particular goal.
I think there's something happening. The definition
of discipline doesn't say nothing like that. I am going to own definition, Bridget.
No, that is the definition.
A while ago.
Is that a made-up definition?
If I decide to take up where I say a while ago the yoga breathing, and I start breathe consistently, that is discipline. That takes discipline to do that.
Right.
So if you're not doing it,
me not doing it now, it's just lack of knowledge. I nobody never teach me that yet. Me never hear about that yet.
So now that you know, you're not doing it. Is that discipline or indiscipline?
Go again.
Now that you know that something exists called breathing, and you're still breathing incorrectly, with that knowledge now, not ignorance, is that discipline or indiscipline?
I not even know if we must say right or wrong, you know.
You don't have to know, brother, if you justify it because other people know.
I'm not practicing discipline neither. I'm not practice it.
So it's indiscipline.
No, man, it can't be indiscipline.
You have to blame it for ignorance, Rasta. You have to blame it for ignorance and not indiscipline. You're in charge of ignorance and reasoning.
It is indiscipline because it's the absence of discipline.
No, man.
You're in charge of ignorance and reasoning, Rasta. No ignorance and reason.
Yeah, no, man, ignorance. Where's that woman?
All right, here I'm going to say. Because we are reasoning about this for so long. And we can't
wrap it up.
On it. See? And the simple reason why we cannot come to the fullness of this is because we are looking at discipline from two different perspectives. It's like the man, them are going to look on the elephant, one see the trunk, one see the tail, one see the foot, one see the side. Everybody have a different perception of what this thing is. You see what I say? So
even after we read the definition.
If we're looking on discipline from a moral point of view, right? From a moral point of view, wrong or right. What is wrong and what is right? That is how we're defining discipline. As discipline being the wrong thing, the right thing, and indiscipline being the wrong thing. If we are looking at discipline from that point of view, then Okavongo's position is accurate.
No, and that me say no. That me say no. Me not say that. No, you make overall statement. I say that me say. You can't. No, man, you can't make overall statement. That me say.
You say what you say.
No, Reggie, you can't make overall statement. I said that me say. That me do.
I didn't say you said that. I said, if you're looking at it from a moral point of
view, I am not looking at it. I am not looking at it from a moral standpoint. I'm not looking at it from a moral standpoint.
If you're looking at discipline from a moral point of view,
I am not looking at discipline from a moral standpoint. I'm not looking at this from a moral standpoint.
If you're looking at discipline for what it is, which is a consistent, repetitive action,
the definition of discipline didn't say that, Dada. It didn't say that. You can't come make a statement and make a statement like say that way. I say no.
Yaga,
and that is someone.
You read the definition for discipline. Does it say that it is a consistent, repetitive action towards a particular goal?
Yeah, man, showing up repeatedly, not just when motivated.
Right. He said that too.
So
you can't come read what, come say one thing and then say, oh, that's a discipline. And also discipline go. Right, a discipline.
All of it is saying that.
All of it is discipline. All of it is discipline. So you can't come read one thing and say this is discipline. That's how we are, man.
All of those things, all of the different definitions that him read can be
Yeah.
summarized into
All
that
of it
one
is
thing.
discipline. That is discipline.
Right. And
Yes.
okay.
So I'm saying, don't come read one, come regurgitate one thing and say that is discipline.
All of them require a conscious thought. All of them require consistent, repetitive action. And all of them result in an outcome.
Dada?
That is discipline.
Dada, Yaga, would you read the definition of discipline for Dada? Make we go by that. The definition of discipline, and that's what Dada say.
No, but what Dada says why discipline matters.
No. We must say
discipline is what turns intent into action, action into habit, and habit into result.
Keep what tell me say me I come from a moral standpoint. Me don't come from a moral standpoint.
You are
I come from a discipline.
Because you're talking about wrong or right. So you're talking about wrong or right, that's morality.
Dada.
If you're talking about wrong or right, it's morality.
Dada.
It's right to come to work on time. It's wrong.
No, Dada. It takes discipline to come to work on time. It's not wrong or right. It takes discipline to do it.
So
talk about what you mean. Talk about the action of it, Dada. It takes discipline to come to work on time.
Why do you consider
it takes discipline to show up for the chat class every day?
Why do you consider the other person indisciplined?
We come late?
They want to hear.
Because they don't have the discipline to come to work on time.
But they have the discipline to come late.
Yeah, because you're basing it on
once you don't have the discipline to come to work on time, that is late.
Right, so you have the discipline to come late. You're disciplined in
coming late. Dada, it doesn't take any discipline to come to work late.
Why you say not take discipline to come late?
Once you don't have the discipline to come to work early,
that's not the question I'm asking.
That is late.
That's not the question I'm asking.
Dada,
the question
once you don't have the discipline to go to work early,
right? Why is it the discipline? Why is it that discipline team come late?
Dada, once you don't have the discipline to come to work early, you are going to work late, and that's an indiscipline. That's all I'm saying.
So it's coming to work late, good or bad?
Ask yourself that. What do you think?
No, you tell me something, so I want to see what y'all say. So I say it's coming to work, good or bad.
You're going on a moral thing. I'm not going on a moral thing because you want to care of a moral. I coming to work early takes discipline. That's all right.
So is coming to work good?
Dada, you are trying to get it morally. All I'm saying is going to work every day early takes discipline. That's what I'm saying.
I am saying coming to work also takes discipline. Coming to work late also takes discipline.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm going to show you why it takes
lack of discipline. I'm
going to show you why it takes discipline. That same person who come to work late every day is still coming to work.
What? You're gonna put a different.
No, I'm not. May I said to you, the person who is coming to work late, team intention is shit. Well, I can't make it in a whatever.
Okay, Dada. So that person who is going to work every day, take out the little diet. The person who is going to work every day, it takes discipline to go to work every day. Yeah.
So we don't disagree with that.
But you can't put late night because when you go late, I indiscipline that.
I don't know how else to explain it to you, brother. So
explain what to me.
Pointless.
You can't explain to me. Me know what you say, but me say what you say wrong.
No, it's not wrong. It is wrong to you because you are talking about
it morality. Is wrong to everybody. It is wrong in every sense.
All right. So again, you hear what you said a while ago? What I am saying is wrong.
Yeah.
You hear what you say? What I am saying. So may I assure you, what you talk about with discipline is morality because here you come and say, what I am saying is wrong.
What?
Are you just saying it on me?
Dada.
Are you just saying it, brother?
Dada. We're having a conversation. And I am saying that.
What I'm saying is wrong.
Listen to me, man. Make me don't talk. I am saying that the definition that you are giving are the way or you are saying that it works with discipline and discipline is wrong.
So that's morality. That's morality.
So me going to that no, but me I tell you say.
But this is what you've been in from day one another. We are trying to tell you that.
The argument we talk about now. We are talking about the whole discussion.
Right.
You are wrong about the point that you're making. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why we are telling
I'm saying that you're making a wrong point.
Morality.
And the point we are making is is discipline.
Right.
So two different things. You can't put them together. You can't put them together, Dada. It's two different things.
All along, we have been saying to you that what you're talking about is morality. And what we're talking about is discipline. And it come and prove exactly in the fact you say what I'm saying is wrong. You get my answer? And it's simple.
Dada, the thing we are talking about, right? We are talking about discipline. Because I know I feel like you try too hard for winning argument.
I'm not trying to win any
argument. You try for winning argument and you try to find ways out at all times.
There's no argument about discipline. Discipline is what it is. A consistent, repeated action towards a particular outcome. That's discipline.
That's not what the definition says.
Well, then if you don't even know what discipline is, what are we talking about? If
that's not the definition. And I say definition say
talking about?
That's not the whole definition of discipline. Dada.
Every definition that was read can be summarized into a conscious
No, and that's when you summarize the as Dada.
No, I don't want me to summarize it as it is what it is. This is the common understanding of this.
No. So what I'm saying still, what I'm saying still, we are discussing discipline, right? And I am saying that where there is no discipline lies indiscipline. And you are saying something else.
Because we're saying there's nowhere that you will find no discipline.
Okay, so I am saying where there is no discipline, it becomes indiscipline. If you are not disciplined, on a particular matter, if you are not disciplined on that particular matter, then that means you are indisciplined. So we are using late and early. If you're not coming to work early, consistently, you're coming to work early, you're coming to work every day. You are indisciplined. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the discipline. Well, another man, you don't have the discipline.
You're disciplined to come in early, but you're disciplined in coming late.
So may I say, you are not disciplined enough to come to work early. That means you are indisciplined, and you are saying the opposite of that. And no. Because you are saying that, I'm saying that you are wrong.
I'm not saying.
Are you saying the opposite?
I'm not.
Are you saying the opposite of that?
Are you saying the person who is coming to work late is disciplined in coming to work late, and the person who is coming to work early is disciplined in coming to work early? That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the opposite.
In other words, you are saying that within the indiscipline, there is discipline. It takes discipline.
There is nowhere that there is no discipline, because you have to have a consistent, repetitive action towards a particular result or outcome. That's what discipline is. So if a person consistently come late, the fact that them use the word consistently shows that it's discipline.
I think what the item is saying is right.
No, sir.
And Okavango can't see through that both of the item is right.
No, sir.
And again, the reason why he can't see through that is because he's talking about it from a point of view of coming to work early is good.
That you can't tell me where you're talking from. You can't tell me that.
And coming to work late is bad. That's what he's talking about.
No.
Whether I want to acknowledge it
at no point we mentioned that, Dada. Are you want to say that? Are you want to say that?
The fact that you say
because that's the only way your argument can make sense to you.
All right,
the fact that you say late is indiscipline.
Is indiscipline good or bad?
Dada, discipline or discipline?
Is indiscipline good or bad?
As we say, it can be bad or good. It depends on how you man look on it. Because a man can have a discipline, and me look on him discipline as bad.
So you're saying a man can have a discipline and you look at it as bad,
Yeah.
right?
Why it shouldn't
So
be?
no, well I know. So why you
Shouldn't be.
think the person who have the
And
discipline
people,
of
but people
coming
do
to
that,
work
Bingy. People do
late
that.
is eh?
People do that.
It shouldn't be.
Well, you can, you know, Bingy, because if you look on it from a moral point of view, you can.
Yeah, but in its
If you look on it from
aspect,
a moral point of view.
right, but in its aspect, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't have good or
Yeah, man, you can
bad
look on discipline as
discipline.
bad, Bingy, because you can feel the discipline here is a bad thing. It's a bad thing for you or whatever. People look on discipline.
Yo, that's why we use the example of a trad class, you know, brother. To add some clarity to the thing, you know.
Mm.
You see what I say?
Fire,
And
this is a simple reasoning. It's simple. If you're looking on discipline from a moral view, wrong or right,
Uncle Vango
you
is
will be
right.
caught up on these things. You understand? But when you look on discipline for what it is, there's no confusion in it, brother. No confusion in it. If you're doing something consistently, that is what defines a discipline.
even if it's deemed as wrong.
Right. Even if it's deemed as wrong. Correct.
There's nothing about discipline that said that.
But discipline doesn't
The
have that
discipline
structure
it's just they doing
to be
it's just they
right or
doing
wrong.
Bingy.
Though.
It's just they doing.
It don't have that structure. There's no way discipline could be right or wrong. Discipline in its raw nature and its natural, it don't have that. It's when you apply other things to it, laws, morality, then you start saying it should be this or it shouldn't be that. But in its raw nature, it don't have that. It don't have that separation or distinction between good or bad.
So even a bad man have discipline.
Yeah, man. It is discipline in its raw nature doesn't have those things. When you add other things to it, then you start saying, "Oh, this is good, this is bad."
Yes, on the
But on its
definition,
own, it is pure. It don't
What is
have that. It
discipline?
don't have a gender assignment. It don't have any of that.
What you say, Okabongo?
Based on the definition, gunman not discipline.
Gunman not discipline.
No.
Then discipline people.
Yeah, man. Discipline people, them man.
No, him said them disciplined people.
I discipline here and
I
there.
just say yes.
We are going to be a
there.
long time now. We say look on some comments first and wrap up here, man. Come here, I something to do, you know.
There you
Go
go.
ahead,
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead, no?
Man, what about the
You
thumbnail?
can bring me out
You
here.
What about the what?
If you make a thumbnail for you, I'm going to make a thumbnail, yeah.
Wrap it up, Dada. And big up the
Give them
people.
go through some comments.
Yeah, me I try find. Then there's most people in the discussion we
Just
do.
commenting.
Most people do what?
You know, the conversation we do that there is no need to get upset.
Just in the conversation.
Then say upset, Dada.
No, I'm not upset.
I know why upset. You're just upset for no reason.
I'm not upset. I'm far from upset. I'm just saying that.
So is somebody ask a good question? You know, is morality a bad thing?
Is morality a bad thing? No, morality is not a bad thing. Morality is not a bad thing. But again, morality is guided by awareness, perceptions. It's guided by culture. It's guided by history. It's guided by so many things as well. Because what's moral in one aspect of the world is immoral or amoral in another. You get what I'm saying? So when we look at it from a cultural perspective, it can be an issue as well. So when we are talking about morality, we have to come to it now to the core human experience of morality, where we are dealing with it from a humanistic point of view, not a cultural, ethnic, racial,
political.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So those are things we have to consider with that too as well.
Because if we look at family values, family values vary in our places.
Mm-hmm.
But is that indiscipline? Or is that discipline?
Is different family values. Well,
Yeah.
again, Yaka, discipline, is about a repetitive action towards an outcome. So as long
So
as long as it
if
fits the criteria, that's it. It's what it is.
so even if I want to follow traditional family values, indiscipline like that.
You know what I do? Because I carry out a consistent, repetitive action towards a particular outcome. That's what the discipline is.
Okabongo would disagree with that.
That's how it go.
That's right.
That's how it go.
Yeah, man. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Trad Class, people. Thank you for joining us on another reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
We'll refer Dada to counseling afterwards so that him can calm down a bit and send Okavonga for education and training
In
in
breathing.
discipline.
In the correct
And
principles of
discipline.
breathing.
No,
So you can become-
I say what discipline mean, I make no own definition of discipline,
What?
I make no own definition of discipline.
Me no make up no definition of discipline, brother.
Yeah.
That
Because
is
when me
it.
read
Give
about
you-
discipline,
we
you
give
know,
you
say
the
nothing
dictionary
about no
meaning.
consistent, no with no
So
outcome.
when you read about discipline, it said nothing about consistent.
That's it, my people.
So
We're sending him
Have
for,
that as the
we're
this is
sending
the
him for
definition of the same.
education and
Or doing
training.
something consistently for a particular
Bingy,
outcome.
start out the budget,
Yeah,
Bingy. We're sending him for education and training.
where you say Okavango?
Me say, when you are really definition of discipline,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just tell us say, okay, do something consistently for a particular outcome. No.
What does it say?
What your definition?
What does it say, Okavango? What does
Like
it
you
say?
know read a couple times,
No,
man?
who want hear your definition?
Yeah, but you say when you read it, you know, none of them something.
Someone hear what you they read.
But you want me read it for you?
More hear what you they read. What you they say different. That more hear. More hear what you read was a different.
I'm look up here and read it.
Wrap it up there.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, man,
This has been
for the moment. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. You know, there's another interesting thing. I will just advise the ones them go and check it out, man, and look. But they are them say, look on it from a real point of view, not just how them want us to think or how them a program us to think about things. You get what I say? So check it out. You know, this has been another
Yes,
episode
sir.
of the Perfect Balance Trad Class. We was hoping that Okavango would have read his definition of discipline. I guess we're not gonna get that. So until such Iowa, when we link up again, family, be blessed. Tradders, keep tradding. You know the action go. Give thanks to the item.
Give time.
Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. Full joy this Sunday. And look forward to the strong
Don't
ahead.
seal it yet. Don't seal it yet. You know, what day was the Father's Day, my daddy? So, I don't know how no one not even send out Happy Father's Day today, them. But we are say Happy Father's Day today, them.
When Father's Day, when Father's Day.
You know, one day last week, somebody come to me and say Happy Father's Day.
No, sir, Father's not gonna yet, man. Father's not gonna yet. Father's not gonna yet. No,
You
sir.
sure?
I think so.
Well, Dada, it can easily slip under the radar now because them not normally
Value the
have
Father.
nothing to celebrate and uphold fathers. Them not
The
promote
next
fathers.
is like 2090 something. man.
June the
Them
21st
not
of Father's
promote.
Day.
June
Them
what?
not promote fathers,
June the
brother.
21st of Father's Day.
June the 21st.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, big up the fathers them for the early settings then.
No, every day. Every
Every
day,
day.
Dada. Y'all get an everyday Father's Day. Bless up, man.
Give her thanks.
Yes,